What's up, you money makers? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to talk about ticker symbol AITX, Artificial Intelligence Tech Solutions Inc. Their CEO, Steve, shared a video late yesterday, and he shared some of the exciting stuff around the reorder from an expansion from one of their clients. So we're going to watch that video. It's a 53 seconds video. It does seem like Steve recorded that video while he was on the road, and he was super excited. I'm not saying it's going to bump up the price for the stock, but it is definitely a positive news. So we'll look into that 53 seconds video. Also, I want to share the breakdown on their revenue that they reported when they filed the SEC Form 10Q. So we'll also look into that, which is looking super promising. Also, their CEO answered some of the shareholders' question in an open forum on an online presentation. I'm not going to go into more detail, but I'll give you an overview what that means for AITX and for their shares as well. And we'll review the revenue numbers, their breakdown. Once again, we'll also look into the number of orders that they have. The company has back orders for their units, which is once again a great problem to solve, but they'll have to scale super fast. So there is definitely areas for opportunities for AITX that we will also look into. All in all, CEO also mentioned that they're going to share a press release around it. Not many people watched the video. When I watched video last night, there were only 200 views. So let's take a look, and I will be also able to share some of the price action and where AITX can go based on their next revenue numbers in upcoming quarter and upcoming cycle. I'm not a financial advisor. I look deeper into AITX, and I want to share this information with you, hoping you can make informed financial decision. Also note that AITX is a super risky play. It's risk versus reward. You can make a ton of money, but don't invest the money that you're not willing to lose, or the money or the investment that can wake you up at night. And that's what I do for myself. Now, without further delay, let's watch AITX and their CEO, what they're talking about. Let's hear that.
Hello, AITX community. I hope everybody's having a great day. Listen, guys and girls, I wouldn't come on and have a video, wouldn't pull off the road to give you a video unless I was sharing some news that I think is awesome. I am happy to share that the dealer that brought us that large retail deployment that we're undergoing right now, or that we finished, mostly, I think, more or less, whatever, is processing our first extended order, our first expansion order. Now, doesn't mean we're going big yet, but it's a step in the right direction, and we'll take the small wins along with the big wins. So I wanted to share that with you. There'll be press about it tomorrow morning because I feel this is material, and I hope this just kind of puts a smile on everybody's face. We're heading in the right direction. Thanks, everybody.
So once again, this is amazing news. As he just mentioned, this is not a huge win, but step in the right direction. I 100% agree with them. They are going to have a press release that could potentially be a positive news for the stock price as well. And this is first their re-expansion or expansion order that CEO mentions at the step in the right direction. So once again, I'm super excited for this stock. Now let's take a look at the 10Q form that SEC filing shows for AITX right now. The 3-month period ended May 31st. As you can see, the revenue is $560,000 and change. Now, cost of goods that they sold is $110,926. So gross profit is almost $50,000, as you can see right here. Now, this is important. I know this is not a ton of revenue, but if we take a look at the breakdown down the line, I'm able to see the breakdown between two different segments. The first one is the subscription or subs, and the second one is the direct sales. Now, both of these revenue streams are important, but as the company grows, I also believe that more the subscription model that they have is going to help out the company in general to get a steady revenue stream. So they'll have to manage the number of client and number of subs that they have. Let's take a look right here. So month ending, May 31st, 2021, device rental activities. So device rental meaning what they're doing is they're renting these devices, and basically what that means is they'll also do the maintenance, they'll also make sure that the installation works well, and there will be some contracts for a certain time frame. So device rental activities $125,992 with the direct sales of goods and services, which is once again a direct sales stream, $434,342. That adds up to $560,334. Now this is a huge bump. Let's take a look. 63,000, 560,000, 3,000, which is the direct sales that they had last year in May 31st, 2020. Right now they jumped super big, 434,000, and $60,000 that was in rental that doubled up right now, as you can see, almost $126,000. Now this is once again a good news that the company has two different models that they can expand, and both these methods or both these paths, in my honest opinion, is expandable, and the company can do a lot more compared to what they're doing today, because there is a ton of need. If you remember, what the company does is it's a security devices, and they have artificial intelligence and machine learning also baked in. Basically they're automating and scaling the security aspects at the auto dealership, transit authorities, and they have some orders from their airport authorities. If you remember, I covered in my previous videos as well, including the construction sites, some of the lobbies that you see in the hospitals and laboratories and so on and so forth, vehicle access areas and distributions and logistics. And this is endless, and they have a ton of product. The Rosa product is the most important and most sellable product, if I remember correctly. Also, they have a ton of different featured product based on the need from their client. And this could be a long-term opportunity and long-term relationship for Aitx with their client in terms of the robotic assistant devices. Also, what they can get the benefit out of it is they can have an expansion and reorders for the additional facility, additional areas, because this reduces drastically the needs for the human resources that we have. Now, one more thing that you also want to see here, and I want to remind you, while we're talking about the revenue numbers and the units, the company reported just before a week that 139 units are deployed in USA and Europe. Once again, it's a great thing that they are expanding in North America and European region with the additional 64 units on the back order. And this is what I was precisely talking about. 64 units in the back order. That means that the company is the production is right now a little bit slow. It may have to do with some of the delays into the chips and some of the hardware orders and the backlog that is going on due to the pandemic situation. But all in all, they have 64 units in back order. That definitely impacts their ability to serve the client when they need the most and move forward pretty quickly. So that's an area of opportunity for the company. Also, in production or in shipment, they have more than 200 units either deployed or to be deployed. That's a tremendous increase of $576,000 from where we saw in 2020, and we looked at these numbers, and these numbers they do justify with what the company is targeting. And my hunch is when they announce the next results, next financial earning, it's going to look even better than what we see this today. Now, once again, they also mentioned that they have 30 paying customers that represents 39 distinct, so unique users, separate users, and then end user clients are top 25 global corporations by revenue. What that means is there is a ton of potential for Aitx to expand and sell more and more unit or rent more and more unit as well. Their pipeline includes 350 distinct opportunities. So it's not just one client that they're dependent upon. It's not just one corporation or one airport authority that they're selling all their units to, but they have 350 distinct, separate, unique opportunities. There are 5 stages of R&D, sales state definition, meaning which that the R&D has a customized proposal that is based on a specific customer need. So they're customizing that. So this is exciting. I wanted to quickly touch upon the stock price that you can see right here. Their revenue is, or their volume rather, is pretty usual and normal. So there is no spike. However, we saw that the stock kind of got back from 430 or 472 level. It was at the 522 level, 5 cents, 5.25 cents on August 26th. But I thought, and I believe based on the chart, that 475 or a little bit close to 5 cents is a pretty usual level where the stock was floating around, that recently came down to 3635 and 40. So it's between 3 and 4 cents. Their volume is pretty okay so far. If you take a look at this chart, and I wanted to show you, by the way, today the stock is up 1%, but if you take a look at 1 year, and then we take a look right here from 3 cents, it went all the way up to 23 cents, I want to say 29 cents rather, and there was an 800% jump just from January 7th through February 10th. So it's a massive run up. It's 7 to 8x return based on whoever bought at what price point. But the stock also hit 52-week high at 29 cents. Right now we are a little under $4, so there is a massive opportunity as well. If the things work out for AITX, it can jump up all the way. Take a look once again into this chart. Looking at the chart, if you take a look for 5 days, I want to just take a look at the RSI, which is pretty strong in my opinion. Even though the stock price is down, the RSI is 45, which suggests not an overbought, not an oversold condition, which is a great thing. Their short volume is pretty high, 4622. This is yesterday's September 21st, yesterday's short volume. They had a volume, FINRA volume of 18.6 million. With that, their short volume is 8.6 million, which is once again a pretty high volume, 4622 FINRA short volume. So there is an opportunity with the short volume as well. If the short volume drops, we have seen this, the short volume in 20s and also in 30s. So having short volume in 40s, it's a pretty high short volume in my opinion, which is also impacting the lower price that we see at the moment. I hope you like this information. Click on the like button, subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video, and of course, happy investing.